Like, I don't know what's happened tonight, but it's kind of like one of those, thank God it's good to be single, because literally right after work, I just fucking crashed. I just went the fuck to bed for like several hours, woke my ass up at like 10 p.m. I was like, shit, I got an Advent video to make and I got a script. If I was like living with someone right now, do you know how inconvenient that would be for them? You know how rude that would be? But because of the fact that I'm single, I can fucking come and go as I please. Oh, sexy joke worked right in there. But it's one of those things where it's kind of like, thank God. Like, I just have the freedom to do whatever the fuck I want. And sometimes that is very, very, very nice, because there have been days, I will tell you, I haven't actually even officially started the video, but I've been thinking. Legitimately with one of my exes, because I'm a morning person. He was not a morning person. So I would be laying there in bed for like an hour, not really an hour, like maybe like 30, 45 minutes, where I would just be like, fuck, can you just get the fuck up already? Can you get the fuck up? I have shit I want to do with my life, but I couldn't, because, you know, I was being a sweet, nice boyfriend. I didn't want him to wake up, and he'd be like, don't get out of bed, and you're like, fuck, okay baby, I won't get out of bed. But in my head I'm like, Jesus, I got shit I gotta do with my life, can you fucking move? But, you know, that's just me. Anyway, let's start with day 9 of Advent. Here's a little thing. Here's the thing that's going on with Advent. I have all of this chocolate in my house, and I cannot eat it willy-nilly. I'm having issues. Like, legitimately, there's some days where I just look over at the Advent calendar and I was like, I just want a piece of fucking chocolate. I just want, I just want to record one now, but I don't have the time to record one now, just so that I can have a piece of chocolate. It's driving me crazy. Alright, so number 9. Number 9! Oh, is this another one? Are you another one? Are you fucking kidding? Another fucking Balanced and Velvety. This is the 3rd one of this shit-tastic one. Another, it's like punishment day. Fine, I will put you in my mouth, but I won't have to enjoy you. I haven't said that before. Okay. So while I'm suffering, Armando Lindbergh says, show us feet. Here's some feet. You said show us feet. There's your fucking feet. Maybe you should have been more specific as to what kind of feet you wanted. Maybe you want Ewok feet? Where's the Ewok? You want those sexy Ewok feet? Are you into that? You freak. Ah! Well, that's that. I'm kind of like dealing with residual aftertaste, and I'm like, is it as bad as you say it is? Are you just being dramatic? I'm not being dramatic. It is pretty shit-tacular. Alright, let's move on to Haribo. There's a song that goes with this, right? If you guys could sing me the song, that would be fantastic. If you guys could just like provide a backing. True, what is this? The fuck is this? It looks like some sort of rope. I'm kind of, I don't, was this on the back of the package? I don't remember seeing, yeah, I guess it was. Fruchtenschnecken. I'm sorry, German people. It's whatever that one is. I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means. I have a 1 times of those, so this is the only time we're gonna see the Fruchtenschnecken. It unwinds, right? Oh my god. It's a tough little fuck. Wait, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna unfurl it first. Gotta do it slowly and gently, so that I can put it all in my mouth. It's like a really, really tough, what is it called? Fruit by the foot? But we'll see how it goes. Haribo, filling my mouth with hard things yet again. It's like a weird mix of red vines and fruit by the foot. And I happen to really like the Fruchtenschnecken. I'm assuming it's like Schnecky, whatever. I'm assuming it's like fruit snake? That's it, sorry Germans, I know I sound racist. I don't mean to. Now we're gonna wash that down with some leftover coffee from earlier. So I went to Starbucks earlier and I picked up a gingerbread white mocha. What I did not realize is the lid was on kind of funky, and I was spilling on myself all the way home. Thank God it was the end of my day. So I looked down at my scarf and I was like, oh, it smells very gingerbready. It tastes kind of like graham crackers. It's weird. It's like ginger graham crackers. But then I guess that's what gingerbread is, basically, right? I don't know. Those two flavors do not match at all. No, no, they don't. Alright, day 9. So while I'm doing this, Julius Tapert, I don't know if I just misspelled that or if that's how it's supposed to be, asked me, what exactly is Advent? The general meaning of Advent is an arrival of a notable person, thing, or event. So in this case, the Advent, this would be the, let's call it the holiday Advent, you know? Because I like being inclusive, by the way, if anybody is celebrating Hanukkah, Chanukah, I never know how to say it. It's a silent C, right? I sound racist now. I'm very sorry, but I wanted to wish you guys a happy Hanukkah. Enjoy that. Would you send me some latkes, please? Because I would like some. But in this case, Advent is the holiday season. So we have an Advent calendar which counts down to the 25th of December. Note that I always call it the 25th of December. You know, not out of trying to be PC, but you know, to some people it's the 25th of December, to some people it's Christmas. It doesn't really matter to me because every day is a beautiful and wonderful day. You can have sex on any day, so I mean, come on, it's always amazing, right? The fuck is this supposed to be? A bucket of some shit? So yeah, so they create these Advent calendars, and basically these Advent calendars just, they just count down to the 25th of December, and you get like little treats and whatnot for it, and I'm like, why not? I love the holidays. Oh, it's a catapult! Look at this, look at this. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, it's a little shit, but I mean, it's a movable part, and it works. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Is this manned by the little Ewok men? Or is this like meant to be like a really, is this fucked up scale again? Is that what it is? Is this fucked up scale and like really the Ewoks or the Jawas, sorry, are like supposed to be tiny? I don't know how that works. Where's this from? What planet is this from? Endor? Gandalf? Something like that? I don't know how that shit works. Anyway. Alright, so let's move on to our last and final one. And actually, isn't this the perfect match, right? Perfect fucking match. I just need to go grab my cranberry bliss bar, which is still in my bag, which I told myself that I was not gonna eat tonight because it's just too fucking much. You're gonna do Advent, and then you're gonna have a cranberry bliss bar? The fuck is wrong with you? However, I am an adult, so I can do whatever the hell I want. And I am single, so nobody can tell me what to do. Isn't single being nice? Isn't single being nice? Clearly, I am out of it because of my amazing grammar. So our last and final question is from Firechar27 Animations. I think there's an A at the end of that. I don't know, it's my typing. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that. What was my first impression of Warframe, and what other MMOs do I play? Or do I enjoy playing? I don't know, listen. I typed all of this shit out on my phone in a haze, okay? You gotta give me a break. You gotta give me a break. Give me a break. As most of you guys know, my first impression was honestly watching like AKA Mike B's videos. And if you guys haven't checked that out, you should definitely go check it out, except do not listen to anything on there because legitimately all that shit is super out of date. That's been out of date for ages, and he hasn't touched Warframe since. But when I first saw Warframe, I thought it was really, really cool. I loved the visual aesthetic of it, and I loved how everything was very unique, you know? It didn't look like anything else out there. I love the fact that there was a mix of male and female frames, because so many times the representation of women, or not necessarily women, but like the feminine aspect to combat is very, I don't know, I've just played so many MMOs where all the females were just support roles. You know what I mean? Then you get maybe an offensive mage and they're like, oh, she's a badass, an offensive mage. Or you get a really scantily clad assassin. And it's like, here, the women are like legitimately powerful. Like when I first started, Saren was in. And Saren was just, she was, I think at the point in time, she was like the tallest frame in game. And like for, you know, for a female frame to be like this big, tall, powerful Amazonian frame, I was like, I am totally into that. I really, really, really like that. So I watched all these videos and I kind of just, you know, let it sink in. Then I finally played, and let me tell you. So back in the day, Loki was one of the first 3 playable Warframes. I did not know how to mod anything. I did not know how to, because back then we had mod slots for our abilities. So we'd actually have to slot our abilities in. I did not know that. So I think I got my Loki up to like level, I don't know, late 20s or mid, like somewhere in the 20s, and I hadn't even put decoy or invisibility in. I was like dying left, right, and center in missions. Thank God for like, you know, the community being there. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna hide behind this barrel, and those 3 guys over there are gonna help me kill these people. They can be my distraction. It's like, I don't get the abilities in this game. Literally, day 1, I died to the point where I had to buy revives, which was pretty silly, and it pissed me off, and I ran out of revives. So I kept running missions. And like just trying not to die in them. And for an unmodded Loki, you know what I mean, in the middle of the star chart, it was a pain. And this chocolate is melting, so I need to eat it now. Oh, I got shit hands. Shit. Now, the one thing you have to understand about me is I'm very, very stubborn. If you guys haven't seen the comments, I'm ridiculously stubborn. I'm like, if I know my shit, I know my shit. And what ended up happening is I got frustrated, but I would not let myself quit. And I think that there's this thing in the world of men where you feel very competitive with other men. You don't want to make yourself look like less of a man in front of other men. And I don't know if this is true for everyone. I don't know how other people feel about it, how straight men feel about it, how other gay men feel about it. But legitimately, one of my biggest things was I cannot let these straight boys be better than me. Because in other MMOs that I played, like I would play an assassin or I'd play a healer, like those were my 2 favorite classes. I love being an assassin or I love being a healer, which could not be the furthest on the spectrum, but there I was. They would like literally transfer me into main tank group, because one of the big things is assassins. I actually played EverQuest 2, so that's one of my geeky games that I love so much. And assassins had hate transfer. So what they would do is they would actually move a non-support class, which was me, into main tank group so I could be the hate transfer for main tank, because of the fact that I generated so much, because I would always top the boards. And that's the thing, I would always push it, and I would always be like, and here's the thing, if you guys have never played an MMO, for melee assassin kind of classes, we have to dodge, we have to do something called jousting, where you have to like go in, and then you get out whenever there's a big AoE, you go back in, you have to watch these timers, so you can do a shit ton of damage, but you also have to stop and start and joust and, you know, then switch to ranged attacks. And, you know, I was pretty damn good. I have to say that, you know, everybody in my, like, guild was, you know, respected me. So I move on to this new game where I get my ass trounced, and I'm like, no, especially because one of my big things was I had just discovered shooter games. And I know this sounds really, this is my own fault. I really should not have thought about it this way, but I felt as if shooter games were kind of out of my genre because I was gay. And I know that sounds so silly, like, I'm like, oh, just stick to like the fantasy and role-playing RPGs, because, you know, that's where all the gay men are. That's you know, that's where you belong. And then I discovered Mass Effect 3, and I was like, I love to fucking snipe them headshots, motherfucker! And it was like, boop, there goes your head, like a little cherry tomato. And there was nothing more satisfying than that, so I started really getting into playing shooters. And then I played Blacklight Retribution for a while, where I realized I'm shit at first person, but I am damn good at laying traps. So I used to lay traps like nobody's business, and I would just like fucking lock out areas. Like, there are certain maps that I knew like the back of my hand, and I'd be like, this map I will dominate on. I just found all the choke points, all of the places they would go to, and I would just rack up kill after kill after kill without actually shooting people, because my shit, I don't know if it was just lack of knowledge over the guns, or if I was just really bad with the guns, but yeah. So anyway, so I was like pretty good at that, and like to move into Warframe, I just got shat on because I didn't know how to do anything. So I got good, and there was just nothing beyond that. I was like, I will not look stupid. I will not allow myself to look stupid. So I ended up picking up the Paris, and after I picked up the Paris, I fucking found love for the game. Like nobody's business. This was before fucking bow buffs, alright? This was before the insane 100% crit chance and like all that kind of shit. Like, this was just the normal Paris. But I fucking found that Paris, and I became like a maniac with it. And after that I realized, this is my fucking game. This is my game. And I like fell in love. So that was my first impression. I got shat on. I refused to be shat on. I got good. I got the Paris. And now I'm here doing YouTube and making YouTube videos about it. And I think my initial frustration with it, with all of like the modding and all of this and all of that, really kind of inspired me to do some of the YouTube stuff where I'm like, well listen, if I'm having issues with it, other people are probably having issues with it, so why not make some bad puns and a ton of dick jokes? And you know, 30,000 subscribers later, here I am. Alright, well the red light of death is blinking, so I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna edit this, and I'm gonna see if I can't do a little bit of scripting tonight. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye! God damn it, DK.